Tinnitus Music Therapy. How to get rid of tinnitus forever. For many of us, tinnitus seems to be a nagging problem that never wants to go away no matter what we do to try to get some relief. All across the world there are more cases of people acquiring tinnitus more than ever before. And the reason for this could be anyone's guess really, but with the advancement of technology of all types it is possible that some of them could have something to do with this rise in tinnitus cases. Of course we can't forget the usual suspects, which would be our less than adequate diets, which also leads to declining health. It is reported that in America alone there are 40 million tinnitus cases and more on the rise. But tinnitus isn't a new thing, because we have known about it for many decades. Nevertheless, it has proven to be a very challenging clinical puzzle for many health practitioners who have been searching for an effective solution. But the good news is that some significant strides have been made in this field, with different possible solutions being studied and released to the public. The most effective and risk-free ways of solving tinnitus has always been the natural methods, because they do not involve any kind of medical synthetic drugs, which might leave you with more than you bargained for in terms of nasty side effects. And this would be one of the main reasons for the push towards natural cures for tinnitus. You can find more information in our free ebook, which will reveal to you about the best and most effective ways to deal with tinnitus and silence those annoying sounds forever. Our free tinnitus remedies guide is definitely worth it, and you get access to it at the end of this very short video. One of the most effective ways of dealing with tinnitus today is through the use of tinnitus relief sound or tinnitus sound therapy. This is quite a revolutionary approach that has produced a lot of success stories around the world, due in part to how easy it has been to use and administer. Since tinnitus cases differs from person to person, it is understood that each person would require a slightly different approach for managing those harsh ringing sounds in the ears. There has never been an actual one-size-fits-all solution for tinnitus, but the use of sound therapy has shown some great results in this regard. Be that as it may, it is highly important that the cause of the tinnitus be determined, and if that can be done, the solution would be to simply focus on healing that problem, which would result in a more permanent tinnitus relief. But it is not an easy task to figure out what might be wrong inside the body which has given rise to the tinnitus symptoms. This would require taking a trip to the doctor's office and getting a full-body checkup. But in the meantime, the use of tinnitus relief sounds will help to manage those annoying buzzing or high-pitched tinnitus sounds. But how does tinnitus music therapy work? The simple answer would be that sound therapy makes use of sound or music recordings which have some modified spectrum of frequencies. This can be achieved by using a special algorithm to filter out certain frequencies from the music or recordings. This specially modified music will then be given to the person with tinnitus to listen to for up to 16 hours a week. Through the use of this type of sound therapy, great results have been achieved and reported by people who had tinnitus. The reason for the success is that this specially modified music effectively enhanced the auditory pathways. These are the parts of the brain that actually perceive and process sounds. So basically, tinnitus relief sounds helps the brain to ignore the tinnitus so that we don't focus on it as much. Since one might have to spend a lot of time listening to these recordings, it is best to use any kind of pleasant music which you are comfortable with listening to, or even the entire playlist of modified music so that you're not bored by listening to the same music over and over again. There are many causes of tinnitus, and sometimes tinnitus could be as a result of something that is out of our control, such as aging. Our hearing system involves quite a complicated process where sound waves are transmitted from the ear and into the brain, where it is translated into something meaningful that we recognize. So as we grow older, this delicate process could be affected in some way, which leads to tinnitus. There are certain types of music which produce some great results, and some of them include classical types of music such as Mozart compositions, which researchers have discovered to have the effect of relaxing and stimulating the brain's overall efficiency. In a recent study involving 400 people with tinnitus, a survey was done which showed that 86% of the participants reported that tinnitus relief sound therapy provided significant amounts of relief, while only 14% of the participants didn't experience any relief from their tinnitus whatsoever. From this study, it is clear that sound therapy is a good way to help the majority of people to get some relief from those annoying hissing, chirping, and ringing sounds in their head. These are very encouraging results, and very welcome news for most people who have been suffering with tinnitus, and had probably given up hope of ever finding a lasting relief or cure. Simple ways to get tinnitus relief. Dietary changes. A high body fat percentage can actually contribute to tinnitus symptoms, probably due to restricted blood flow to certain areas of the body, such as the ears. Poor blood circulation is well known as being a cause of tinnitus, therefore it's a good idea to reduce the overall fat contents of your daily calorie consumption. Make lifestyle changes. Some lifestyle modifications such as quitting smoking and using ear protections from loud sounds and noises can help you acquire relief from tinnitus. Health supplements. When your body is not receiving the recommended amounts of important nutrients, it could start to affect your overall bodily functions. At this point, your body will try to communicate to you that it is lacking certain nutrients, and you may most likely miss these signals unless you are very attentive or have good knowledge in this area to quickly recognize the symptoms. Therefore, it is important to use dietary supplements such as zinc, vitamin B, magnesium, and melatonin. In some studies, the use of 90 to 150 milligrams of zinc for a period of about 3 to 6 months had significantly improved tinnitus symptoms. Another study stated that 3 milligrams of melatonin taken every night can improve the symptoms of tinnitus, particularly those that manifest when a sufferer is sleeping. Relief through herbs. There are many different herbs that have been found to ease tinnitus symptoms, and one of the most widely known ones is called ginkgo biloba. This herb is widely used in Japan and all across Asia, and in Germany to produce great results for people whose tinnitus was caused by poor blood circulation. In these cases, about 40 to 80 milligrams of ginkgo biloba was used for a period of 1 month to provide relief. However, it was recommended that people do not exceed 240 milligrams of ginkgo biloba per day. And you should not take these supplements in conjunction with drugs used to treat blood-thinning conditions. Other well-known natural cures for tinnitus include other herbs like wild hyssop, wild oats, coneflower, also known as echinacea, vitamin B, periwinkle, vitamin A, and choline. These natural methods are favored by most people since it doesn't involve the use of medical drugs, which potentially come with a whole lot of adverse side effects. They are becoming widely recognized as a viable way to deal with tinnitus. This means that if you had the knowledge of what herbs cures different ailments, you could use them instead and guarantee that you don't get any of the harmful side effects of medically prescribed drugs. Do you want the complete guide to tinnitus natural remedies? Would you like to learn how to diagnose what type of tinnitus you have? Simply download our free book to learn a 3-step cure that effectively banishes tinnitus for good. Just click the link in the description to download your own copy, available now. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss more videos with tips to help you get rid of tinnitus and more. And we'll see you in the next video.